treat yourself. bsjstore.com. That's bsjstore.com.
Best smooth jazz with Rod Lucas.
Norman Brown and Something Special. I love that. And A Quiet Place on BSJ. You feeling all right, Angela?
I'm feeling really good. Are you?
Yeah, we're feeling good this end. I think we've got our first caller already. Hello, is that John? Hello, John, are you there? John ain't there. Call us back. Anyhow, the lines are open. I'm going to flash it on the TV show dead soon. And then I'll give the number up on the show. Got a lot of requests already, which is great news. BSJ. Are you there, John?
Yes, we're here.
Oh, jolly good. I thought you'd gone for a walk. Now, you're in South Africa, aren't you? Are you in South Africa?
Yes, we're in South Africa, John and Angie.
All right, what's your wife's name?
Judy.
All right, let's say hello to Judy. Thank you for ringing. You're the
That's
first.
a pleasure. All the best.
You're the first caller, man. You're the first caller. We love that. All right, Rod, you're going to flash a number up on the screen. Yeah. It is +44 into the UK. 73 60 80 22 56 on Best Smooth Jazz. We'll do it again. Welcome to our Smooth Jazz requests. We are saying hello to John listening in Kissimmee in Florida. Hi to June and Lynn who are with them over the weekend, which sounds good to me. And also hello to Mary checking us out from Langenfeld in Germany. Thank you for your email. We got that today. And from Christoph in Athens, wants some Candy Dolpha and this particular tune, Little in Deep on Best Smooth Jazz. For Christoph and friends. Oh, I got that bit about you, 35. It's all right, man. It's cool. So if you're calling outside the UK, the number to ring is +44 or 0 on your mobile. +44 7360 802256. If you're on WhatsApp, that's the best way of doing it. Add us as a contact and all that jazz. And if you don't want to add us a contact, just hit that number at 44 73 60 80 2256. For the listeners checking us out on air, on the radio and stuff, and on the stream, you don't have to do a smooth jazz request, although you can, but you just have a chat as well. You know what I mean? We're in the mood for it, aren't we?
Oh, we are. Come with it. Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, so we're just doing a little experimental show for a Sunday, and also including the phone-in element too. See how it goes. Do you know what I mean? So wherever you are around the world, on this program, you can just call us up on the WhatsApp and we can have a chat. We're just doing it as an experiment to see what's going on. And of course, we're doing it on a Sunday, which makes it even more interesting because we haven't done a live Sunday show for a little while. So you're not thinking you're listening to a repeat show. This is a live show on Sunday, 25th of May in the UK, 2025. It is 2025, ain't it?
When I last looked, indeed it was, and it remains so.
Which is good. What about this wine? We've got some wine.
We've got some wine. Yeah. Of course on a Sunday. Definitely on a Sunday. It's a little early, but it is a Sunday, so I'll go and get it in a minute, and it's going to be really nice. It is a yellowtail, in fact.
A yellowtail?
Not a red tail, a yellowtail.
We have known one of those for ages. Best Smooth Jazz. Whatever you're doing, welcome. Francis in Spain. North Costa Blanca. All the best to you. So, when we were speaking to John just a minute ago in South Africa, he just told Ange in the chat room he wanted this special song. Is that Aaron Bean?
Exactly, that's right.
And what's the song? How do you pronounce that?
Pansado.
Pansado, okay. Here's your tune, John. All the best. Laura in Saratoga in California, thank you. And to Juliet and T in Beverly Hills, thank you. Maurice and Andy in Chelsea, celebrating Sarah's birthday, which is good news. Thank you for your email. If you just switched on, Best Smooth Jazz Live on the 25th of May 2025. Not normally on a Sunday live, but we're here and we're doing a little experiment, inviting people, listeners and maybe new listeners, not only to the TV show, but to the 600, 700 people who are listening right now on the audio stream, on Alexa and stuff, you know what I mean? If you're not near a screen, I'll give you our phone number direct into the studio. It is +44 73 60 80 22 56. I feel like a bingo caller.
Well, you used to be, did you not?
I never was a bingo caller.
Yeah, you almost were, I think. Or was it quoits you were playing? Something like that.
Oh, on the
Yeah.
what was the name of that ship?
Canberra.
Oh, the Canberra, that's right. I haven't been on many and I can't even remember it. So that is our number, +44 73 60 80 22 56. Just doing a little experiment. See what you're made of out there. Do you know what I mean? And of course, use WhatsApp. That is our WhatsApp number. And if you don't have WhatsApp, you can just still dial, but you'll have to pay for the call, of course. Look forward to hearing from you. Just giving it a go. Sunday. I hear people are sitting outside on their patio. Disgusting, ain't it?
On their sunny patio, don't you know?
Oh, on their sunny patio. It's very nice, ain't it? Fall, Kim Waters. Before that, a little Forbidden Love, and don't we just love that? Brian Culbertson on Best Smooth Jazz. I think we're going to Italy. Hello!
Hi guys, I'm Roberto from Torino, Northern Italy. Thanks for your very high quality smooth jazz, very relaxing. I'm also a musician, so I can appreciate. Bye bye from Roberto.
Roberto, thank you for your call in Super Italy. Wish you all the best, sir. Wouldn't be Roberto Tolla, would it, as he's a musician? I know he's from Italy. We've got some Roberto Tolla coming up. Probably not. Best smooth jazz. If you're ringing, just hold on to the ringing and I'll be with you in due course. Here with the wine if you just switched on. It's good to have you. Best smooth jazz on a Sunday for a little experimental show where we've decided to, well I have anyhow, open the lines, see if anyone wants to chat. We got Ratman Dave on the line.
Hi, Rod.
How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm very good, Rod. Really enjoying the show. It's nice and sunny here in Hertfordshire, so we're sitting outside in the patio. My mate's busy trying to book our hotels for our trip up to Scotland. So, yeah, we're pretty busy at the moment.
When are you off to Scotland?
Early June.
Because you like that trip, don't you?
Yes, we do. I mean, normally we would go to Turkey, but we're going to go up to the motherland this time. But it's just trying to get booked in for hotels, really, at the moment. So we're doing a bit of a tour around.
Apparently, London and the rest of the South East is absolutely bonkers, probably like everywhere. Everyone's just dashing off to wherever they're going with their caravans and stuff. It's madness what I saw on the TV.
Oh, Yeah, well, anyway, we shall be joining them in June anyway. So, fortunately, our roads are going to be far more remote than London. But there we are. But we're looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
Is there a tune you wanted to hear?
Yes, please. Look, can you play for me "Little Sunflower" by, I can't remember his name now.
Alexandra Zonjic.
Yeah, Alexandra Zonjic.
Okay.
Alexandra Zonjic. For my sunflower morag who's sitting outside in the sunshine.
Hello, Morag. We love you. Thank
Morag.
you. Thank you for ringing.
Hello. It's not just one hotel we're trying to book. It's 10.
10.
We're touring.
As you do.
How are you, Morag?
Stressed with it all.
she's
Got ferries to book as well.
all right. Well, listen, love to you both as always, and thank you for
Thanks, Andy.
all the best to you, Morag, and look after the old rat man.
I will do. Thank you.
Cheers, babes. Cheers. Best Mood Jazz. It's our live call-in show, the 25th of May. If you do get to hear a repeat of this show, then don't ring. Unless you're listening on the 25th of May. Isn't that right, Ange?
Exactly right. You are right, Rod.
It'd be good to hear someone from the States. We've got anyone in California, New York State, South Carolina, Texas. Good old Texas. Give us a call. +44 73 60 80 2256 on Best Smooth Jazz. Look forward to hearing from you. That's Paul Hardcastle. We are doing that for, where is it? Oh, Bill and Chris Bennings from Gibraltar. Listening to the show for a couple of days. Wanted to mention on the request show. So there it is, doing that for you. Don't forget the email, rodlucas, RODLUCAS @hotmail.com. Check out the TV show, which is playing out right now on twitch.tv and bestsmoothjazz.com screen too. We've got the number on the screen in case you didn't quite get it. Whittington, listening in Ponders End in Enfield Way, UK, and to Susie Monk and Tilly in Florence, Kentucky. Well, they got a Florence.
Oh, in Kentucky, no less.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. Did you know that?
In Kentucky listening? If you're in Kentucky, give us a ring. +44 7360802256 for our first ever phone-in show. So go on, pluck up the courage and give us a ring. Take part. You know what I mean? Hi to Sass and Chuck, who are in Sydenham. Thank you. And for Laurie in New York. Thank you for contacting us, Joe Sample and friends. Eve of the Hurricane. Because there are people who may not have heard that ever before. Also, want to tell you that we just heard from Mix Radio International, who are rebroadcasting Best Smooth Jazz on the shortwave right now. So wherever you are in the States, across Europe on the shortwave, welcome to Best Smooth Jazz via Mix Radio International on shortwave on 1 to 100 kilohertz on the Best Smooth Jazz right now. Thank you, Mix. Thank you for your support. And hi to people who listen to us regularly. I don't know who from the Straits of Hormuz in the Middle East. This wine doing me in, I tell you.
Oh my God. Well, it's not disappointing. It is disappointing. We'll say disappointing. I was really expectant of loveliness. It's Yellowtail. We've had Yellowtail before. We've had the Shiraz and the Malbec.
Yeah.
And they're really, really very good. And you can get actually the Malbec in, all over the place, actually.
Yes, that's right.
But this is a jammy red roux.
Jammy? It's like a bowl of sugar with some...
Well, it's meant to have blackberries, raspberries, and vanilla and chocolate tones into it. And actually, it's just too sweet. So what I've done, I'm going to redeem the situation by ordering in another bottle, which should be here very, very soon.
Okay. You mean you asked Camilla to go around the offie?
I have asked Camilla to go around the offie. Yes, I have.
Okay, that's the off licence where they sell liquor
and any sort of other things you might need.
So if you like a nice, it's deep, but it's far too sweet. If you like that, we'll flash it up on the screen later. And what is it actually?
Well, it's Yellowtail, it's from Australia, and it's a jammy red roux.
Okay, thank you, Angie. You're on the best smooth jazz, just switched on. We're running a request show on a Sunday. We're doing it live on the 25th of May. If you want to call us, then do it. +44 73 6080 2256. And if you just started to watch us on the TV show, then I'll flash the number up again. So thanks to Lady Camilla, our daughter, for nipping round to the off licence. Or was it Spa?
It was offie. I like the offie word.
Yeah. So we got another bottle of wine. Because that one is just far too sweet. It certainly is. Okay, we've got Ratman Dave's tune, the one after this one. Meantime, that is Rodney Franklin, The Groove, if you never heard it before. And Amanda says, will you play some Rick Braun on your show? I've been listening for a couple of weeks, haven't heard any. Well, on our request show for you, as requested, we are playing some Rick Braun, and as you wanted, this is Slick. listening to Best Smooth Jazz on our Sunday request show, doing an experimental show. If you want to call us, then you can do that. Full details on our screen coming in soon if you just switched on. Welcome. Wherever you are on shortwave, on FM in these streets of Hormuz, that's how it is. And of course the net. Welcome to our live show today on Best Smooth Jazz. Because we've got a bank holiday here in the UK tomorrow, Monday, and the Americans have Memorial Day, paying their respects to those who fell World War II and whom we owe a lot of thanks. To those brave young men. It's just heartbreaking, ain't it? The whole thing, heartbreaking, on the Normandy beaches and elsewhere on the Best Smooth Jazz. Got Ange in the chat room.
I've been in the chat room some time and we're okay in here. We're doing so well. And I'd like to say a special hello and thank you to Robin and Mary. Thank you for your donation and your continued support. Dave in Minneapolis and Murray in Florida. Thank you for donating today. Hi, Howard Ambrose. And he's in Surrey. Nice place to be. Good old Surrey.
All right.
Craig is also in Surrey. Thank you for your donation. Really appreciate it. And Pascual. Pascual is in Caracas in Venezuela. And Music and Fiction. I'm in the most beautiful place called Ruram, Salem in Oregon Valley.
Is that right?
Yeah, Oregon, where the wine's made. Beautiful place. Rural Salem, Oregon.
Well, that's where Gavin used to work at BSI, the BSI USA, the software people.
Absolutely, and that's where Stephen King bases a lot of his stuff.
Yeah. I was looking around New England on Google Maps, as I do on the streets, and it's just Beautiful Cape Cod.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All named after places in the UK,
That's right.
which I think is so beautiful.
Well, a lot of them are, yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So old Davy Baby and a Morag, dedicated to you, a little sunflower. Here it is. Alexander Zonjek, is that correct?
I think that's right, Alexander Zonjek.
All right. Thank goodness you've got another bottle of wine from the old off licence around the corner.
Well, Camilla was very good and off she went because this one was too sweet. It's too sweet for you and you shouldn't be drinking such sweet wine. So
No.
this one's better.
I would say, I really would say that that's just too much sugar.
Well, yeah, it does say jammy red roux.
No,
I
it's
didn't
too
think,
jammy.
we didn't know it's going to be that jammy. I mean, we have jam shed, which is nice, but that's not half as sweet as
But
that.
jam shed is sweet and lovely, but not as sweet as that.
Yeah, don't point to the bottle. I've got rid of it, mate. It's gone.
Oh, yeah, I was going to flash it on
no,
the camera.
Well, no, this is the new one. We've got a Hardy's now, a Hardy's Shiraz.
It's very nice. Have we had this before?
No, not this particular one, actually. It's a Hardy's stamp.
Good. Well done to Camilla. I don't know if anyone saw her coming in. She should be waving. Anyhow, it's good.
She came in, she waved. You were busy, so she went.
Yeah, I'm busy, mate, I'll tell you. I earned my 17 pence here.
Naughty.
SJ, hello. I don't think anyone in America wants to talk to us.
Well, no, we have offered, but they're very, it's a very busy day.
Yes, so if you're listening and you just switched on, you live in the States, give us a call. We've had a couple of calls from the UK. Well, it doesn't matter where you are, give us a ring. If you've got WhatsApp, you're sitting there going, shall I ring me? On WhatsApp, it's free, of course. This is the number to ring, +44 into the UK, right? With WhatsApp, you don't need an exit code or nothing. It's +44. Then you dial 7360802256 on the best smooth jazz. Do it. That's the one, man. It goes. Best smooth jazz. It's good to be here live on the 25th of May, 2025. A bank holiday weekend coming up at the BSJ and Memorial Day in America tomorrow too. All right here. smooth jazz on the internet and Twitch and all that jazz. But also today, we're live on the 25th of May here in the UK, 2025, on Mixed Radio International, who broadcast us on the World Service on shortwave. We're on shortwave right now, for those who are interested, on 1 to 100 kilohertz on the shortwave to parts of America and across the UK. Thank you, Mix. I don't know who they are by name, but they do broadcast the best smooth jazz, which is great. On our very first phone-in request show for the last... I haven't done one since about... We did a whole series, didn't we? 2017, 2018.
Oh, I remember it well, yeah. It's not going back that far. So, yes, I do remember.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's true, that's true. If we do the show again, because this is an experimental show, ring in. Do it. Especially for my regular callers. If you're ringing right now, then hold onto the ringing tone. Be with you. This is Pat Metheny for Dave Your Babes.
Thank you.
Go out and download it and stuff. To the End of the World, the album version, just 11 minutes long. Worth it. And what were you saying about Pat Metheny?
Pat Metheny's had some operation and he's cancelled some gigs, so hopefully he'll be very fine in due course. But yeah, we're all thinking of you, Pat.
On the foreseeable gigs?
Foreseeable future.
Okay. Sorry to hear that. Thoughts are with Pat Metheny. Best smooth jazz. Now this new wine that Camilla got from the off license is very good.
Do you like it very much? This is Hardy's. You can't go far wrong with a Hardy's, everybody. So this is Hardy's Shiraz.
Yeah.
Hardy's is an Australian company, and the wines are usually pretty damn good. And this is the Shiraz version. They do Malbec and they do all sorts of grapes, but this is really quite nice, deep and red, and just what you fancy.
I would never recommend that other one. It's just too sweet. This would be applicable to lots of people.
It would, but you know, the other one is like for people that go, oh, I don't like red wine. Well, try a very sweet red wine and then you might like it. And that's that jammy red roux.
Maybe, yes. Felina, thank you. Our next live radio and TV show will be on the 14th of June, a Saturday. That's our normal show. This is just an extra added show, and I'm going to think about how it went and all the rest of it. 14th of June, we're back doing the live radio and TV show on the Saturday, 4 p.m. UK, 11 a.m. Eastern. In Rapid City, your tune is not far away. You're on London's best smooth jazz. We've been trying out a new show with a few phone-ins and stuff. I've never done a phone-in on the smooth jazz, just for a little chat to hear from our regular people. Then we got America, and this is Al. Are you there, Al?
I am here. I hope everybody's fine over in the UK.
Well, yes. Nearly fine in the UK. But you're nearly fine in America, aren't you?
Oh, we're trying. We're trying. We're trying everybody's patience, but we're trying.
Well, we still love you. We still love you.
It's good to be here and to prove once again that I have the face for radio and the voice for silent pictures.
Yeah, I like it. No, you've got a great voice, man. It's good to speak to you because that's how I wanted it to be, and it's great to hear the voices and have a chat with people who are regulars. And you've been listening for years.
Let's not say how long, please.
But are you a bit of an author as well?
I am indeed. I've written a couple of books on job search. We can give one away if somebody wants to buy one. I'll send it to them. They give you the money, and I'll send the book. Well, it's in the States.
Well, then people could donate via PayPal on that. Make a donation. If you want to make a donation, and in your little message on PayPal, just say you want Al's book, and that would be great.
It's called Hired Every Employment Method. My current book.
Okay, and what does that actually mean?
It teaches people how to get jobs in this world. People don't know how to get jobs with all the crazy applicant tracking systems, AI, and so forth. So
yeah, I totally understand. Okay, so Paul,
and they could also get a cookbook.
Well, they could, and we've got Angie Babes here who could do that too.
Yeah, and we have some of Al's best recipes are in my cookbook, particularly the shrimp, Al. The shrimp is really good. I've tried it all. Oh, it's lovely. You've got some great recipes. Paulette loves them.
I didn't get this fat by accident. It took years of practice.
Oh, man. Hey, Al, thank you for ringing the show. It's good to hear from you.
Thank you. It's great to hear you guys and see you at the same time.
Well, wishing you all the very, very best. That's Al on the best smooth jazz. Now, did you say our next request should be Kiss of Life?
Oh, Kiss of Life, yeah. Is this the one for Bellarella?
Yeah, Bellarella.
Yeah, she's in Rapid City, which is in South Dakota. I'm saying that again, South Dakota.
I've seen pictures of South Dakota.
Oh,
it's fantastic. They look... there's so much space, man.
Yeah, spaceman, yeah.
Space, just space. I don't care what people say about America. Be proud of your nation. I say that to people in the UK too. My God, have we been smacked in the last, I'd say, 50 years in the UK. Oh, Bellarella, this is from us to you, babes. Just love that. If you're listening on the audio stream or on shortwave and or whatever, all you've got to do is call this number. You don't have to be on WhatsApp to call our number. You can be on a mobile, but you'll have to place the wonga, the money, for the call that you make. But of course on WhatsApp, it's free apart from the data that you use. You're not paying for the actual call cost. So here is our contact number for Best Smooth Jazz. Call it when we're on the air, and when we're on the air live, we will tell you. I mean, the show that I'm doing right now is not going to be repeated on our audio stream as a podcast or anything, because it's been an experiment. The number is +44 73 60 80 2256. Oh, Rod, just give me a bit more of that. Go on. Did you get all that, Ash?
I got all that. I was listening very carefully, and just in case you got the numbers wrong, because sometimes you might get the numbers wrong, but you didn't. No, well done. Shall I just mention something here? So,
yes,
guys, if you need to, just add Rod Lucas to your cell phone's contact list, and the phone and WhatsApp will sync it for you, and then you can phone him. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Do you want me to say that again?
Yeah.
Okay, so add Rod Lucas to your cell phone's contact list, and the phone and WhatsApp will sync it, and you can then phone.
Well, how would WhatsApp know that?
Because you're obviously adding, and you've got
Because my phone number comes under BSJ.
Yes. Well, that phone number's going to be there.
All right.
Everyone can do it.
Okay, if you're watching this show and you just switched on, I'm going to flash up the QR code that you just hold your phone up to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A QR code. You see, that's scary to me. A QR code. Oh.
You've done QR code before, haven't you?
Only
Right,
once.
just holding it up to the screen in the studio.
Yeah, but how does that
and
really
look
work?
at the yellow thing. It says BSJ, don't it?
It does say BSJ.
There you go. That's what it is.
Is that what people have to do then? Go up
They
to the
don't
screen?
have to do that. They can ring it, or if they hit it on the QR code
Oh, so clever.
on an Apple, you just put it into the camera and it'll pop up Best Smooth Jazz, BSJ. Oh, who are we doing this for? Ah, right. Here's Sunil, the barber in studio. Is Sunil?
Oh, yes.
He wanted this, the Rippingtons, Wednesday's show.
This is the barber. What's he called? Sunil, the barber, and he's in Strood, in Kent. Oh, he's loving it.
Near the great city of Rochester. Thank you, Sunil. All the best, man. You should ring up sometime. We've had some nice calls today. Thank you. checking us out on London's best smooth jazz Rippingtons, especially for Sonal in Strood on BSJ. Oh, it's been a crazy but a great one. Let's go to America. Hello, Paul.
Hello, this is Paul and Jenny in Richmond, Virginia.
Well, it's good to have you. Do you know what? We have one of our big servers in Virginia Way in America. We got a few that we've been using, and we've been with Virginia for a long, long, long time.
Yes, we're keeping an eye on it for you.
So tell me, who's on the line? We got Paul and who else?
And Jenny.
And how long have you been listening to Best Smooth Jazz?
Gosh, 3-4 years?
No, more than that, almost 10.
So what do you love about us best?
We enjoy listening to your live shows when you guys are bantering back and forth.
Ah, some of that banter. Well, that's good. And what sort of smooth jazz are you into, particularly you two?
You actually did a show for us a few years back that we listen to a couple of times every year. But we're interested in hearing Pacific Coast Highway by Niels.
Now that's a great track. Would you want to hear that today?
If you could, sure.
Yeah, of course I can do that. Absolutely. So, and what's your other half's name?
Jenny.
Oh, Jenny. Let me speak to Jenny. Do you work, Jenny? Are you, what are you doing with your life?
I am working, Rod. I work hard to keep Paul in the lifestyle to which he's become accustomed.
That's my girl.
That's
my girl.
Of course. Oh, it's great that we could open the lines up and get some of our listeners tuning in, and calling in, which is exactly what I wanted to happen. Hey, Paul.
Yes.
I got this song from this bloke called Niels, Pacific Coast Highway. Have you heard of it?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Best smooth jazz. We love you. Here's the tune you wanted. Live on the 25th of May, 2025. As requested, here's their song. smooth jazz. We got Angie here today, but don't worry about that.
No one else does.
Oh, we're joking.
Oh.
You. Want to say hello to Craig Watsfield. Thank you for your support on the best smooth jazz, Craig. He said, play a couple of my favourite tunes. Well, over the forthcoming time we will. This is one that he would like to hear. Play Me in Your Key.
Oh, is that a key as in a boat key where you put your boat, or a key as in a lock? Oh, how exciting.
Play me
in your key.
Yeah, that's music, mate, music. Or songs in the key of life, that sort of flavour.
Yeah, that's true very much. Yep. You've had a good time today, Rod, haven't you?
Are you keeping up with it all, Ange?
I am. Are you? Have you had a good time?
I have. I always have a good time doing this show, man. We don't get paid for it, we just do it because we love it. For the most part, we love it. We don't like the copyright strikes, but we keep feeding it up to YouTube and stuff.
But did you love it today?
I did.
Good news.
Thank you, Ange. Don't forget, get the BSJ app. We'll hang around for a few more minutes. Yeah, we're in the mood for it. We'll do it another 15 minutes. What's for tea tonight, Ange?
Well, you're not getting anything because you've been a little bit naughty. Tray bake.
Ben Tankard. That's Ben Tankard. He's certainly playing that groove on Best Smooth Jazz for Craig. Thanks for your support, Craig. My email, don't we love the old-fashioned email? Rod Lucas, that's RODLUCAS at hotmail.com. This is Mark James. When it comes to smooth jazz, we'll play 5 decades of it, going back as far as you like to Errol Garner. Play Miss Me for Me, and all that jazz. We've had a rip-roaring time on this show, certainly have. Thank you for taking part. I would like to hear from more listeners if we go for this show again. Was looking forward to speaking to Murray, but from the States. I said hold on or call back, but he didn't, but that was just too bad. Who's on the line?
I love your music. I've been looking for a station that just doesn't play 4 or 5 songs and then you heard a song that you heard before again. Instead, you play stuff that was relevant not just now but in the past. I just love this music. I've been looking for a good station for a while and I'm glad I found you guys.
Thank you, sir. You're on London's best smooth jazz. Great Britain at bsj.fm. Get the best smooth jazz app. Watch us on YouTube and twitch.tv. And right now on shortwave at Best Smooth Jazz. Beamed from America on shortwave. I'm just loving it. Best Smooth Jazz back on the air for our radio and TV show, that is, on the 14th of June, Saturday the 14th of June, 4 p.m. UK, 11 a.m. Eastern, and of course on our audio stream. This show won't be up on YouTube or as a podcast, but thank you for enjoying the live experience. We'll be having a little think about when we might be doing another one of these. It's been an interesting experiment, and Angela's got some names for us.
I just want to say hi and thank you, Kim Briggs. Thank you so much for donating today and supporting us. And Jeff Lebowski in Stockholm, Sweden. Thank you for being there. And Charlie Maple. Hiya. See you next time, hun.
And when we do the Smooth Jazz requests on phone, and we look forward to hearing from you too. Best Smooth Jazz London Town. This is KK Matsui and Gentle Sounds. See you next time around.